What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be getting ready for lead divisionals. So it's time to start doing a lot less training and doing more just like execution drills and focusing on recovery. So let's get right on into it. Alright, so starting off, got the new shoes, got to get them ready for divisionals, and yeah, I decided to start breaking them in on the slab. I like doing this yellow one here, but without the like Rock City Spore dish thing and without the undercling jug, just makes it a bit harder. Plus all the volumes are pretty good on this set, and yeah, it's kind of hard to make up stuff on this set, so it's better to just do eliminates. But you know, brand new shoes, not as sticky as you would expect them to be, so they just like slipped right off the chalk. This attempt I made sure to put a bit more pressure on it, make sure it didn't slip this time. I also did the purple one. It has this cool like palm press move on the volume. It's a pretty fun move, and then it's pretty much the same ending as the yellow one. Also did this one that I made up. It has this cool like Cordo move and then a kind of techie top. This is like pretty much the only thing I managed to be able to make up on this set, because there's just like not a lot to make up on this set. After that, my dad made up some climbs for me so I could work on a bit of my execution, and this one was supposed to be the warm-up one. It was definitely not a warm-up climb, and like right here, the normal hold is supposed to be that green crimp, and I was just like, yeah, that's not gonna happen no matter what. So we switched it to the purple crimp right above it, and that felt a lot more possible. But I didn't know how to get to the next move, but then I figured out I could like press down on the dual text on this crimp, but the hard part was like moving my feet because the press was like super hard. And then I managed to get my feet up, get it onto the dual text, but my hand was like too much in the way, so my foot just like slid off. And there's like a little dot of texture on the hold. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I was kind of aiming for, but I missed it on that attempt. On this attempt though, I managed to hit the dot right, and then the top of the slab was pretty chill, so it was still a nice climb to work on some execution on, work on some hard slabs. I also moved on to some of my projects. There's this cool like super tensiony and powerful climb. It has this like super hard first move. This attempt right here is actually the first time I actually stick the move, and then I like didn't really know what to do there. I kind of like tried to get my heel up, but it was just too scrunched for that next move. With this attempt, I managed to just go for the move, and the right hand is it's like a slippery crimp, so. But after that, you have to get both feet up to pinch on the flat holds, and it was like super hard to do that, and I just didn't know what to do. And then on these next two attempts, I like kind of started to go backwards. But then on this attempt, I found a little bit of a different beta at the top, and I decided I would try that, but I was getting pretty gassed and powered out by this point, so. It was just super hard to generate from there and just slipped off the jug. But after that, I figured I was using too much power, so it's time to move on to the lead, getting ready for divisionals. You know, I usually like to do 2 warm-ups when I do a lead comp, or even just training. Usually like an easier one and then a little bit of a harder one, just to kind of get the blood flowing, feel the pump, make sure my endurance is feeling good. And if you watched the channel before, you've definitely seen this climb. I train on it a lot. It's a really fun climb. It's got a bunch of fun moves, and yeah, I've done like a bunch of endurance training on this climb. Like I've never actually completed a 4x4 on it, but I got close. Like last time I tried to do a 4x4, I got to the fourth set. So I did 3 sets on this one, and then on the 4th set I only got 1 send on it. And then I had to get on like a 12 after because I was just so pumped and all powered out. But yeah, it's a super fun climb. It's got some like bouldery moves, some bad holds, and it's pretty fun though. After that one, I moved on to the blue 13A right next to it. This one's a bit more slabby, so a little bit less powerful, but the holds are a little bit worse, but it's still pretty chill. The bottom is like pretty easy, and then it just gets into like some bigger moves on smaller holds towards the top. And I think when I get to divisionals and when I'm warming up, I'm gonna try something different than what I normally do, because usually when I get on my warm-up climbs, I just kind of like do them, not really pay attention to them or think about anything. And I think when I do my warm-ups and divisionals on my second one, I'm gonna try and do like a bit of harder moves. That way I really get into like the fighting mindset. That way I'm not like super relaxed on one of the qualifier climbs or maybe the final climb. And then that way I'm not ready to like fight when I get to a super hard spot, because I definitely have had issues with that before where I was just like too relaxed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on that. But to practice for day 1 of Divies, which is the qualifying round, we have two routes. So I decided to do the 14A twice this day. But usually during divisionals, you get like it's pretty much an hour in between your routes. But I didn't want to wait an hour between routes this day, so I just gave myself like 15 minutes to fully recover. But yeah, just working on some execution too, make sure I'm moving well on hard climbs, even though my feet are like slipping all over the place here. I think a little bit was the new shoes though, but still gotta pay attention to my feet a little bit more. My execution was getting a little sloppy there, and yeah, it was wasting a bunch of power for the top. But luckily my endurance is pretty good, so once I get to this part right here, I'm able to shake out a little bit, get some energy back for the top, and yeah. And right here, I think that was like the best I've ever hit that pinch. Like it felt so good when I hit it, and yeah, managed to top it. So that would be first qualifier route down. And then I took my 15 minutes of rest just to recover, and onto the second route same route, but second attempt on it. And on this attempt, I was just focused on being more like fluid, more flowy, making sure I was focusing on my feet a little bit more, especially in this overhang section. Don't want to be cutting feet and losing a bunch of power this time. So made sure to focus on that, and it went smoothly. My power was feeling a lot lower on this attempt though, just because of all the hard bouldering I did before, which probably wasn't the best idea, but it was fun, so yeah. But managed to get just enough energy back, shake out, do this second crux here. I hit the pinch kind of bad though, so I like almost dropped it and then almost fell the clip right there. And then yeah, I managed to top the second one, feeling ready for divisionals. So that'll be the next video, the divisionals video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe.